Impact.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Dan Kleckner from Impact Strength and Performance here, continuing our golf video series. So today we're just going to go over some flexibility and stretching techniques. So as most of you guys know, obviously improving flexibility is key to the golf swing as far as generating more of a consistent swing as well as generating more power, obviously. So flexibility is huge in the golf game. Give you guys a few tricks on that today. The way we're going to do it's a little different. I'm actually going to show you guys some ways to stretch while you're strength training. So keep in mind though, we do a flexibility, activation, mobility, dynamic warm-up before we lift. So that's something you're also going to want to do. But to add some more flexibility work in the strength training is really going to help increase flexibility. So we are going to go over that today. Alright guys, so with the stretching during the strength training, Camilo Villegas, one of the well-known players on tour to be one of the most flexible guys, this is kind of a model that he uses that we use here as well. We do it a little different. What he will do is do an exercise, say he's doing a chest press, he'll go down with his chest press and then he'll stretch his chest out. We do it a little opposite here, so we go chest press and then we would stretch out the opposite muscle group, which would be back and lats. The reason we do it opposite is a thing called reciprocal inhibition. So what it is essentially whatever muscle group's working. So again, we'll take chest for example. If my chest is firing and contracting, the opposite muscles on the other side have to relax. So my back and lats have to relax. So therefore, after I get done with this set of chest press, push-ups, whatever I'm doing, my back and lats are going to be more relaxed. Therefore, if I stretch them while they're more relaxed, I'm going to get a little better tissue change, a little more improvement in flexibility. So I'm going to show you guys a method for just 4 major exercises today that we can stretch after the exercise. So first one we're going to do is going to be a back and lat stretch. So this would be something we would do immediately after, like I said, a chest press, an upper body pushing exercise, dumbbell bench press, whatever you're doing for your chest. Go immediately and stretch out the back and lats. This is one of my favorite stretches for that. So what we're going to do, guys, is get into a little bit of a side bend here. This gets a little bit of an oblique stretch here on the top oblique as well. And what we're going to do is I am going to pull into the rack here with my top arm and push away with my bottom arm. As soon as I pull and then push this bottom arm, you're going to feel this whole left side lat just light up. So what we're going to do, again, pull into the rack, top arm, push away with the bottom arm, and we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Obviously, repeat on the other side. Alright guys, so next we got a chest exercise. So this would be an exercise we would do after we get done doing our upper body pulling exercises, our rows, our lat pull downs, anything where we're using the back and lats. Then we come in again, stretch that opposite muscle group, the chest. So this is our chest, just traction, band exercise, stretching exercise here. So all I'm going to do is drop my shoulder blade down. I want a light grip on the band. I don't want to grip a ton to activate the forearm. I just want to let that relax. Drop the shoulder down, and then I'm just going to turn, let the shoulder drop, feel that stretch. Come all the way across in front of the shoulder, up and through the chest here, and then I'm just going to hold for about 30 seconds. Obviously, the farther I pull down and rotate across, the more stretch I'm going to get. 30 seconds here on the right side, 30 seconds on the left side. Alright guys, so now we got a quad stretch here. So this would be a stretch we would do after we get done doing posterior chain work. So glute, hamstring work, whatever you're doing. Glute bridges, RDLs, any exercise like that, this posterior chain, we come and stretch the front part of our legs. In this case, we're going to isolate the quads. So what we're going to do is get in a half kneeling position. I am going to tuck my foot behind here in the back, fold my ankle there, and then I'm going to try to just lean back and get my heel to my butt as best as I can. Drive the hips forward a little bit. I want to keep the hands off the legs so I'm not slouched over right here. Sit up nice and tall and just try to get that heel back as far as you can to the butt. If you have tight ankles too, you might feel a good stretch here in the ankle as well as the quads. I would hold 30 seconds here and then 30 seconds on the other side. Another stretch we can do too, guys, that would still be front part of the body would be hip flexors. So you can pick between quads and hip flexors. A lot of people have tight hip flexors. We can go into just our half kneeling hip flexor stretch here where we squeeze the butt, drive the hips forward, tuck that tailbone under, sit up nice and tall, lean back a little bit, and focus that stretch here on the front part, right in the front part of the hip flexors here. Alright guys, last stretch here, this would be a hamstring stretch. So when we get done doing our anterior chain stuff, our squats, our lunges, our quad dominant exercises, come over here and stretch out the hamstrings. This is one of my favorite hamstring stretches to do because on one leg we get a passive stretch, the other leg we get an active stretch, so it's a good bang for your buck both ways there. So what we're going to do is get the butt right up here, nice and tight to the rack, drive the heel into the rack. You're going to feel that left hamstring light up and stretch, and then all we're going to do is bring that right toe up as far as we can, not letting the butt come off the ground. Back down, tap the heel, Bring that right leg up as far as we can. We do 10 times on the left side here, then I'd switch where I go right leg into the rack, raising the left 10 times on that side as well. Alright guys, so hopefully these tips help today and you can start to add in some of this stretching work into your strength training workouts and just get even more gains in flexibility. And I know also, flexibility is a good thing to do on your off days too. Is you can get 10 to 20 minutes in of strength, flexibility on your off days. A lot of people don't like to do that though, so if you're somebody that has trouble getting that in, definitely start to add the flexibility work here into your strength training, and that should help a lot. If you guys have any questions, hit me up at dan@goimpactstrength.com. Thanks guys.